Hey class, my name is Ashley Townsend. I'm about to take up like 15 minutes of your time discussing this project we have been working on for about 4 or 5 months here at FCCC. Now, do social networking sites impact romantic relationships? Social networking sites are very popular in this day and time. So many people use them for so many different things. Some people use them for business, some people use them for gaming, and some people use them to keep in contact with distant friends and or relatives, while others use them to develop new friendships and relationships. These are only a few of the things people use social networking sites for. They have become a part of everyday lives of many people across the world. While these sites have many benefits, example, socially, academically, and financially, they also seem to pose problems, specifically problems within romantic relationships. These social sites eliminate much of the privacy that once existed. They allow romantic partners, as well as many others within a user's friends list, social circle, and in some cases, the general public, to know much more about their past as well as their day-to-day lives. You might be thinking, what's the problem with that? Good question. Perception is a tricky thing. It's the way one sees or views something, and it differs from person to person. Perception sometimes has a lot to do with how a person was raised, a person's beliefs, a person's lifestyle, and even their current mood. Perception plays a big role in social networking sites. Social networking sites have several concepts that allow users to view photos, status messages, relationship status, interactions with others, and many other things. I could look at a photo and see one thing, while you can look at the same photo and see something else. That's perception. Being a user of social networking sites myself, I've often seen many posts and complaints about how social networking sites ruin one's romantic relationship. How could that be possible? Is what I used to ask myself. My hypothesis was that it's not social networking sites that ruin relationships. It is the person's attachment style, self-esteem, and behaviors that ruin the relationship. I believe people who are active users of social networking sites and are or plan to be in a romantic relationship will highly benefit from my research project. People will be able to take a better look at themselves, their behaviors and attitudes that encourage how they perceive situations, in addition to their romantic partner's role in the relationship. To examine romantic relationships and social networking sites, I will use self-reporting measures. These self-reporting measures will help me to identify the participants' level of self-esteem, attachment style, proneness to jealousy, their relationship satisfaction, and how often they engage in social networking sites. Self-reporting measures do have their limitations. Having to rely on people to actually read the questions and answer them honestly is a big one. Not only that, how a person feels at the time they are taking the survey can really skew the results beyond belief. Other limitations include not being able to do these surveys face to face and out loud, because being able to take note of body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice could deem extremely useful when analyzing the answers of a participant. Furthermore, not being able to survey each member of the romantic relationship to compare responses leaves the results one-sided, because although one partner may feel one way, the other partner may feel the complete opposite. Social networking sites are beneficial to families, businesses, graduates, friends, and associates. The intended use of social networking sites is to stay connected with our family, friends, coworkers, and consumers. Not all people use social networking sites for what they are intended, which could lead to potential problems such as infidelity, insecurity, jealousy, and temptation within romantic relationships. Some of the many social networking sites that are popular today include, but are not limited to, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr, and Pinterest. Social networking sites offer advantages that generations before us didn't have. So first, I would like to present the benefits of social networking sites. Social networking sites also benefit businesses by displaying people's interests in most visited locations. Businesses are able to discover trends. This allows businesses to be more engaged with their customers, which in turn allows businesses to be more in tune with supply and demand. Believe it or not, social networking sites have shown to enhance people's self-esteem and self-efficacy. By giving people the opportunity to choose what they display on their profiles, it allows people to show people the sides of themselves that they would like them to see. And highlighting their own positive qualities and receiving feedback via likes and comments, in a sense, it is helping them to become more confident in themselves. The ability to stay connected and feel a part of our distant friends and family members' daily life is a major benefit. Social networking sites has features that allows users to post pictures so they can share their most treasured life moments with their peers who weren't able to be there in person. Life is hectic, so time doesn't always allow people to make every wedding, birthday, or graduation. Social networking sites allow these peers to experience the joy of being in that moment without actually being there. Acknowledging one's romantic relationship on social networking sites can probe the idea that the person is very proud to be in the relationship. Acknowledgement can take place via more than one social networking feature, such as photos, likes, comments, and status messages. It's the online way of public display of affection. This is a very sweet gesture, but it can also expose the vulnerabilities of the relationships to others when there is a disagreement. A lot of the time, when someone is willing to share when they are feeling something positive about their relationship, you can expect them to do the same via status messages and comments when they are feeling negative. Although these types of actions may seem harmless, it can put the person in a vulnerable position, and vulnerability makes it easier for someone to be taken advantage of. Being able to connect with your romantic partner via online social networking sites allows you to learn more about your partner, their past, the way they interact with others, along with other information you may not have learned without the specific features of social networking sites. Learning this kind of information can cause an insecure person to experience more jealousy-related emotions and behaviors if they misperceived certain interactions. The attachment theory was established in the late 1960s by psychologist John Bowlby. His studies led him to his conclusion that attachment to a caregiver provides the necessary sense of foundation and security for adult relationships. He duly noted that children who are securely attached as infants tend to have higher self-esteem and be more self-reliant as adults. In addition to that, he noted that these children tend to perform better in school, form happy, healthy relationships, and have less depression and anxiety-related problems. High self-esteem, healthy expression, satisfaction with life, and social success are usually associated with securely attached individuals. Avoidant and anxiously attached individuals tend to be characterized by their constant self-doubt, low self-esteem, suspicion of others, and insecurities. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself and your worthiness. Furthermore, how you perceive yourself will lead you to think others perceive you in the same or lesser manner. With that in mind, self-esteem is of great importance when it comes to establishing romantic relationships. On this side, I included a copy of the 10-item Likert-Rosenberg's self-esteem scale that I also included in my survey to determine the respondents' level of self-esteem. There were 4 answer choices: strongly agree, disagree, and strongly disagree. Each answer choice was equivalent to either 0, 1, 2, or 3. The higher the score, the higher the self-esteem. Jealousy tends to occur when there is a perceived threat to the relationship. Low self-esteem and insecurity are at the root of negative jealousy. To some people, it may seem very silly for people to get upset over someone liking or commenting a picture, but it happens more often than not. These kind of online interactions can result in someone experiencing jealousy at an even higher rate because it's based on perception. Social networking sites allow people to create individual profiles which contain information about themselves, connect with people whom they wish to share this information with, and other social benefits. The use of social sites is very popular within today's society. With a sample size of 267, all 18 years or older, this research study examined the possible effects these websites may have on romantic relationships. To do this, I constructed a survey that examined 5 of the primary relationship elements, to include self-esteem, relationship satisfaction, attachment style, disposition to the feelings of jealousy, and frequency of social networking site engagement. The multiple choice survey took an average of 6 minutes and 21 seconds to complete. In addition to the demographic questions, I incorporated these scales and measuring tools into my survey in an effort to evaluate the underlying factors of human behavior within romantic relationships. On the next few slides, you will see individual charts that display the participants along with their indicated relationship satisfaction, disposition to the feelings of jealousy, and level of self-esteem. If you take a look at this bar graph, you will see that 219 of the respondents indicated that they use social networking sites on a daily basis, and 34 indicated that they use social networking sites every 4 to 5 days. There were only 14 respondents that indicated that they use social networking sites once a week or less. The results of my study indicated that there is a positive relationship between relationship satisfaction and self-esteem, between self-esteem and jealousy, and between jealousy and relationship satisfaction. Unfortunately, I was unable to find any impact on romantic relationships and social networking sites. I am very aware of my limitations. Using self-reporting measures was very limiting due to the fact that people tend to answer questions based on their current mood and feelings and their current environmental circumstances. Results may have been skewed. Unfortunately, I had no way of testing the integrity of the answers given. The female to male ratio and the homosexual to heterosexual ratio was also very uneven. For future research, I suggest a more intimate setting that allows the researchers to observe each partner in the romantic relationship, because getting both perspectives could produce different results. It is very apparent that people in their relationships are very complex. I learned that it will require many more tools than I have to really make a valid observation about romantic relationships and social networking sites.